Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday the 17th. It's been a long time since I stepped in front of the camera to do a kind of a vlog style video. Um, Life is coming at me fast. It's only a month left in the semester. I feel like summer was so long ago. I also feel at the same time that this school year has gone by so quickly. So, it's just one of those weird things where when you're in it, it feels like this is all you've ever done your entire life, and then when you look back at something, it's like, damn, that was only a couple months ago, or that was only a few months long. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let us go and check the weight this morning. Make sure that I strip off all my clothes first. Okay, so 240 even. Oh, it's chilly. Let me put my shirt back on. Alright, yeah, so 240 pounds even. Kind of sucks that we're approaching a month into this program and I really haven't made that much progress in the weight department, and that's all my fault, man. Like, still struggling with food issues and sticking to my macros, even though I've been pretty good recently. It's like the past accumulation of a lot of things that's really killing me, but nevertheless, we are not giving up, And that's one thing I want to talk about really quickly, man. Y'all's support on these videos just means a lot to me. Like, that's crazy. I'm getting so many awesome comments from you guys, and really makes me want to, take this shit really seriously, and not let anybody down, or produce something really cool. I want to lose the weight for me, obviously, but y'all support in doing that just adds extra fuel to that fire. I'm gonna go ahead and head to class pretty soon here, actually. But we're gonna probably grab a little something to eat and take a shower, all that good stuff, because I feel kind of dirty, and I'll probably check out with you guys in a little while. I don't know if I'm gonna check with you guys before I do, after I get out of class, or before I hit the workout. Probably before the workout, but we'll see. Hey, what's going on, guys? I guess I picked a pretty bad day to start vlogging again because nothing really happened. It's pretty boring, one more month left of school, so that means it's starting to get crunch time, and I basically have an exam every other week and then some papers to turn in. Thanksgiving is next week, so at least there's that. I get a little bit of a reprieve, but it is crunch time. Not much time to do anything other than study and, work out, which of course I make time for. Some updates. It's currently 20 to 6 right now in the evening, so about to hit the gym. I'm gonna take my pre-workout right here. After yesterday's workout, I'm actually kind of feeling a little sore, surprised. It's week 4 and I'm still kind of feeling a bit of soreness, mainly in my erectors, actually, for some reason. I guess not really some reason. I did deadlifts yesterday, but also, of course, in the hamstrings. So kind of odd, but I guess I'm not quite used to it yet. My activity level has taken a little bit of a dip since, starting the last month of school. I kind of, it's probably my fault. I really need to go to sleep earlier so I can wake up earlier so I can fit some activity in, because right now my activity level is pretty much nil. Just because there's not been a lot of time, I make time for one session every day, and that's this session right now. So I tried to fit in 2 for a while, and it was working pretty well. But, with all the assignments coming at me and, other just personal life stuff,
happening all around me. It's just been one of those things where something had to give, and that was my early morning session. But the only reason is because I've started to prioritize sleeping a little bit more, so I've been sleeping later. But what I should be doing is going to bed earlier, because I'm finding that the later into the evening that I'm up towards midnight, the less productive I become anyway. So it makes sense to just call it quits and just try to get up early. Because like I said, when I'm, wanted to get up early last week, I find myself more productive early in the morning. So that is pretty much everything that's been going on. We got a pretty easy upper body day today. 77.5% for 3 sets of 6. Is that more than last week? Let's go ahead and take a look. Ah, I see. Okay, so the difference from week 2 is that... Oh, that's really bright. Let me turn that down. The difference from week 2 is that last even week, let's say, because the even weeks are upper body or upper lower, and then the odd weeks are full body. So I don't want to say last week, but last even week we had a top set on bench, right? I think we had a top set of 2. I think I hit 260 for my top set of 2, and it was a bit of an overshoot. So this week, obviously, our top set was yesterday. That's the only really heavy set we're going to be hitting throughout the entirety of the week. Is, it looks like that way pretty much the majority of the time. I don't even need to put my glasses on because I remember, because I looked ahead. So weeks 2, 4, and 6. So I've looked up to 2, 4, and 6 because 6 is a mini deload week. So we're going to be doing, probably pulling back some of the percentages after hitting a pretty heavy week 5, I'm assuming. So 2 had a top set on bench. This week we had a top set on deadlifts, which we had yesterday. And then week 3, or I guess week 6, technically, we have a top set on squats. And I'm pretty sure we hit that on either upper 2 or upper 3. I want to say upper 2. That's all to say. Pretty easy bench day, followed by an upper body workout. And yeah, that should be pretty good. I'm getting a decent pump now. I'm going to take Max Strawberry. I'm not going to take too much this time. We're going to have our 12 grams. Max Tuning's Sour Lemonade pre-workout from Ghost came out, I want to say, either a week ago or earlier this week, and I did not grab any. If I didn't have, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months worth of pre in the background there, I think I probably would be more tempted to buy it, but because I have so much, I'm just gonna leave it. Forgot to take my creatine this morning, so I'm gonna take it right now. I don't know why they don't make these a staple. Like, the Max Tuning collabs, especially the strawberry one, it's like one of my favorite flavors. Why don't they just make this a staple? They'd probably make a shitload of money. Let's go ahead and just hit this workout because that's just what we do. What's going on, everyone? Week 4, day 2 begins with a bench press. This is 3 sets of 6 at 77.5%. Well, actually, a little bit heavier than 77.5%, but only by about 5 pounds. It's not a big deal. My workout partner was using 1 plate, and instead of having to put the 35, the 5 and the 2.5 on every single time and then take them off every single time, I just put the extra plate on there. It was only 5 pounds. It barely made a difference. These were relatively easy. Really trying to get good on my pauses and, messing around with my bench setup. So that trying to figure out what helps me get more tight, what helps me increase leg drive more, what helps me get better leverage, etc., etc., etc. Bench is kind of, honestly, the lift that I care the least about right now. It's already good, and I trained it really, really hard last block, and, I'm just sort of more focused on my lower body, but that doesn't mean we don't care about it. That just means I'm paying less attention to it, I guess, is what I'm saying. Next we had reverse grip lat pull downs. Now I did these instead of chins. I would have done assisted chins, but I think the assisted chin machine was taken, so I decided to just do reverse grip lat pull downs. I'm probably going to stick with these, even though these are only 10s. And these were way too easy. That's the thing about switching variations constantly, is trying to figure out what weight I should use. So I ended with 145 pounds for sets of 10, and that wasn't even close to enough. But I think I'm going to stick with these. They're easier to set up. There's more of them in the gym. It just kind of makes more sense. It's easier to progress, more consistent to progress, and I like them. So I guess I'll just use them. The fat pull downs. Anyway, we got standing Arnolds today. I stuck with 40. I think I ended at 40 last week, but I didn't get like quite a full set of 12, or quite my 2 sets of 12. These are challenging, but they are noticeably easier than last week. So I hope that's a good sign and not a sign that I'm screwing up by like cutting range of motion or whatever. But I'm hoping that's a good sign. I'm making progress. I don't really like these, but I don't really like any standing dumbbell variation. I just think it sucks. Probably should keep doing it then because it's hard. But if I'm going to stand, I'd like it to be a barbell. I miss barbell OHP, I'm not going to lie. But these will do for now. We do get OHP later in this week, so I should just look forward to that. After these standing Arnolds for 12s, we had incline dumbbell chest supported rows or seal rows, whichever we want to call it. These were 55 pounders for 2 sets of 15. These were pretty tough. I don't really know what it is about the bench that makes it harder. Is it like, does it reduce the swing? I'm not too sure, but this is definitely a harder variation. I like it a lot. I feel these a lot, especially in my traps and rear delts. I hope I'm doing them right, you know. I tend to feel rows more in my traps anyway, but I do row pretty vertically instead of like, I guess horizontally. Like I row up more than I row back. So I guess that makes a lot of sense. I don't really know. But moving on, those were tough. Those were pretty close to failure there. We did some face pulls. Again, Jeff loves his face pulls, man. We do face pulls all the time. It's fine by me. I'm hoping to really gain some progress on this variation. But we got 55s for sets of 20. I hit both sets, so I'm going to move up next time. But, you know, I think we have 4 sets of 15 on a different day. I'm not sure if I'm ready to move up from 55 on that day. But, yeah, just burning those rear delts out. And then we had dumbbell lateral raises. This day had a lot of exercises. You know, going into this day, I had forgotten that the upper body days on the even weeks, man, there is just a laundry list of exercises. So be prepared for that. I mean, these sessions can last a decent amount of time. I think this one was like maybe close to an hour and a half. I'm not too sure. But, you know, there are a lot of exercises. You're covering a lot of ground here. So these are 25s for a set of 18 and a set of 16. Those were pretty close to failure. Those are supposed to be 2 failures, actually supposed to be to 10. And we finished off the workout with some dumbbell incline curls. Now, don't be deceived by me curling this 25 here. I had to drop down to 22 and a half. I made a 5-pound jump from week 2, and that was a mistake. I should have just stuck with 22 and a half because my left arm, man, could barely squeeze out 12 reps. And on set 1, and every set after that, I just lost reps. My right arm was able to do it. So, man, that imbalance is pretty significant, and hoping these contribute a lot to correcting that. But that is going to be the end of the workout. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what to say at the end of these videos. But what I do know is that I will see you guys in the next one.